Hi, my name is Aaron J. Marks. You can find out more about me at aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach and a metaphysical leadership mentor. To my knowledge, I'm the only one in human history who's claimed either of those titles, and those that know me well tell me they couldn't imagine better ones for me. For as long as I can remember, I felt like my mind has worked just a little differently than most people's. At times it's been uncomfortable, but I've begun to see that it's actually incredibly important and that there's never been a better time to share the way that I think and see with the creative and entrepreneurial leaders out there who need to hear it. This is my podcast, A Higher Level. Everything we think, see, and do here happens on a higher level, and that makes all the difference. For some of you, these are among the most important and transformational conversations you will ever hear, and they will fill in something you may not have even known was missing, but something that is essential for your happiness and transformation. This podcast is all about creating a space for these conversations, a place to explore your deepest and most persistent questions about the human condition, a place to dream, play, and muse about the meaning of it all, a place people tell me only I can help them access, and a place of crucial importance for the human spirit and our future as the human race. On a higher level, everything is vast, rich, beautiful, and deeply optimistic. Join me there now, on a higher level. Hi, this is Aaron J. Marks of aaronjmarks.com. I'm a visionary purpose coach and metaphysical leadership mentor, and welcome to A Higher Level. It's my podcast. Everything that we see, think, and do here happens on a higher level, and that makes all the difference. And I think this is episode 7. I call it The Rations and Misalignment with the Ideal. And the rations are two questions that I pursue when I'm talking to people and helping them navigate the realm of purpose. The realm of purpose is the highest metaphysical realm. It's the highest realm in which a human mind can operate. And I find it is often the two rations that take us there and give us access to that realm so that we can explore it for a while and play around in all the paradoxes of being human. I'm going to talk about the realm of purpose in more detail in a future episode, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. But again, I just want to reiterate that the two rations are often the access point to this conversation that opens up the realm of purpose for people. So what are the two rations? And maybe more properly, you'd call them the two rations, because that's how they're pronounced when you combine them with the prefixes that distinguish them. So the first ration is frustration, and the second ration is aspiration. So these are sort of two mirror images of one another, but they reveal the same thing. And some people start more with frustrations, and some people start more with aspirations. So why do I say they're mirror images of each other? Well, this is the reason. So a frustration is something you have but do not want. And an aspiration is something you want but do not have. So again, a frustration is something you have but do not want. And an aspiration is something you want but do not have. See? So they're mirror images in that sense. So a frustration is something in your life that is present that you're not happy with. And these come in all sorts of forms. And and if you listen to the last episode, I talk about the 5 spheres, right? The 5 spheres of leadership influence on the 5 spheres which your leadership vision must touch. And they're the level of self, family, team, community, and the world. And you can have frustrations on all those levels, can you not? So you can have self-frustration, family frustration, team frustration, community frustration, and world frustration. And communities happen on a number of levels, right? So we can nuance it that way. And then to flip that, right? Well, and so frustration is, that's often what people come to me with, right? And that's a perfectly valid and productive way to start the conversation. It's something you are not happy with that is currently here. And then, the question is, how do we change that, right? That's where we start. And That's not always so simple a question, which is why we have to spend a lot of time in the realm of purpose to figure it out. But then let's talk about aspiration. Okay. So aspiration is something you want but do not have. So in other words, you can see it. You have a sense of it, at least, if not a, a clear vision of something that is not yet here that you would like. And again, this can be on the self level, the family level, the team level, the community level, and the global level, right? And many people actually, I think, have aspirations for all of those. And yeah, what some people don't have necessarily, though, is the permission and the confidence to start building them. Which is another kind of thing that I can help with. But yeah, so you can have an aspiration, for any of those, and it's something that you want but don't have, and and are not sure how to start approach getting, or how to approach the process of starting to get. So that's a perfectly good and valid way to approach the realm of purpose as well. And I want to be clear that it's not a bad thing to start with frustration, because we all have them. It's no worse to start with frustration than it is with aspiration, because I think one could develop the sense that like it's virtuous to have an aspiration and you shouldn't get frustrated with things. And what I'm going to tell you is, like, that's not how it is, and that's not how it will ever be, nor should it ever be, because we always have frustrations. We always have things we want or have but don't want, and we'll always have aspirations. We'll have things that we want but are not here yet, things that we want but don't have. And here's what they have in common. Here's why they're mirror images of the same thing. Both frustration and aspiration indicate a misalignment with some kind of ideal. Okay, you understand? And this is where we go back to Plato and his realm of forms and things. And I sometimes I've thought about calling myself a Platonic vision coach, because I think there's a lot about the Platonic outlook. As screwy as a lot of that stuff is, but I really think there's, it is a very helpful lens to look at human potential, and really what humans are here to do, and who they're here to become, and what they're here to to kind of realize. Because like the theory of forms goes something like, there's this realm somewhere with all these ideals, where they actually exist, or they're in the mind of God or something. And I do tend to resonate with the Platonic theologians, like Anselm, who use use a sense of some kind of ideal to to reason that there's some sort of divine at least aspect of existence, which is like, well, if there's something great that you can conceive of, it's got to exist, because if it didn't exist in reality, it wouldn't be what you're conceiving of. So the way that I think that is useful is that when I see people, when I talk to them, and when I coach with them, I see there's sort of this Platonic ideal inside of them, it's like, and try this the next time you're talking to someone, see, can I see the like the ideal of this person, like just like the highest possible expression of this person, and that'll never exist, but can you see it? Can you see the ideal which this person must constantly approach? And the realm of the ideal is not the realm of the real, but I think that we need to go to the realm of the ideal to shape the real, because if we don't go to the realm of the ideal, we'll continue to shape the real with what is already real, which we don't always want, or by what's frustrating us, so we'll get more of what we don't want. So we do need to to refresh ourselves with ideals, and I believe those exist in the realm of purpose. So yeah, so anyway, the reason that frustration and aspiration are mirror images of one another is that they reveal the ideal that you have not yet attained, right? The frustration shows you what it actually is that you want to move away from, and the aspiration shows you what does not yet exist that you want to move toward. They're both born of misalignment, like reality is misalignment, constantly is, because the ideal can never be expressed. But we're happier, we're more visionary, we're more attractive. We do come closer to our higher ideal self if we have a place for the ideal in our thinking and if we constantly refresh that. And so when I talk to people about their rations or their rations, their frustrations and their aspirations, that shoots us up into that realm of purpose to say, what are you here for? What are you here to be animated by? What vision are you here to strive for? Because your frustrations and your aspirations both tell you in different ways. And that's why they're important access points to the realm of purpose. So hope you enjoy that. Hope you're thinking a little differently. And if that's a conversation you want, it's the one I'm here to have with you. So I hope to talk to you soon. Thanks so much for listening to A Higher Level. I hope that got you seeing, thinking, and acting just a little differently, or maybe even a lot. When you act differently, you get different results. But we need to start with the vision and the thinking. How do you feel? Ready to go and make positive, inspiring changes in your life and work? If so, it means what we're doing here is working, and I would love for you to let me know if this is you. There's a bunch of ways for you to get in touch with me. You can go to my website, aaronjmarks.com, or look for Aaron J. Marks, Visionary Purpose Coach and Metaphysical Leadership Mentor on Facebook, or you can look for Aaron J. Marks on LinkedIn or Instagram, whatever is easiest for you. And if this is speaking to you, I might suggest that you think about becoming one of my leadership coaching clients. In our work together, we'll have conversations on this level, but tailored just to your life and aspirations. You really can't imagine what a difference this can make for your mindset, vision, and results. The first step after learning more about my approach is to book a free, no-obligation discovery call, both of which you can do at aaronjmarks.com. If your intuition is nudging you, don't wait any longer. It is likely the next step along the marvelous journey of wherever you are here to go and whatever it is you are here to do. And I can't wait to meet you. Thanks again for listening, everyone. I'll see you on the next episode when we'll continue to see, think, and act on a higher level. I'll see you then. A Higher Level is the official podcast of Aaron J. Marks, Visionary Purpose Coach and Metaphysical Leadership Mentor. Learn more at www.aaronjmarks.com. A Higher Level is written, recorded, edited, and produced by Aaron J. Marks. Music is by Arye. I'll see you next time on A Higher Level.